has a way of doing things for you if you don't do it for yourself. And people fall off like an eyelash, you know what I'm saying? You should treat your relationships like cashiers treat a $100 bill. Relationships are a mirror of your internal condition. Hey y'all, it's your girl Keela Cherie and welcome back to my channel. By the title of this video, we already know what's going on, so let's get right into it. First things first, I want to say I am so grateful for my friends, my best friends, my family, my associates, people I've met at work, co-workers, people I've met online, my mutuals, my social media friends, everyone that I've come across that has been down since day 1, 2, 3, or even 10, who are supporting me, who's there for me on a day-to-day, who's there when I need somebody to vent to about something that isn't going right in my day. I am so thankful for my friends, my family, and people that I can trust and call on and that feel the same. They can do that with me too. So I'm so thankful for y'all. And I just start off this video with that because I know it's so important to give people their flowers, and I love y'all and I hope y'all are watching this. I am making this video because I felt it in my heart to talk about this. Like, I feel like people talk about this on a very problematic level, but not in a way that's like, okay, this is what happened and this is how you gained from the situation. So I personally have lost friends. I'm about to be 27 on Monday. And if this video comes out on time, it'll be in the next few days. So July 8th. I'm looking back and reflecting. I've realized that I've lost friends. I've also gained a holistic understanding of who I am and what I bring to this society and what I align with most. I just wanted to make this video for anybody that's out there feeling down or feeling sad about losing a friend or losing multiple friends within the span of a month, 2 months, years, or even just a couple days ago. If you're losing a friend or you've lost a friend, you are not alone. There's plenty of people that have been in your shoes, and I hope this video is something that can comfort you while you're healing through that time or just mourning a friendship death. So let's get into it. So a little background about me. I have been someone that can pretty much move on their own. Like, I can go out by myself. I can go get food by myself. I can, go to the movies by myself. I've been very much a solo person. Now, I have 3 brothers, but their age difference is like a 7 year age difference between me and them. So I grew up kind of like an only child. That to say, a lot of people grow up and they have like multiple siblings and cousins and just a big family that they're always around people. As for me, I didn't really need a lot of people to enjoy myself or be happy, anything of those sorts. I got in college, I was very to myself. I didn't know how to make friends. I was honestly scared of making friends due to some trauma that happened in high school. I can make another video on that. I let a lot of the people that I met come to me just like naturally, or just let the friends come to me instead of me making my own friends or even knowing what kind of friends I wanted. So the friends that I had in college, some of them I'm still friends with, but some of them are just like gone by the wayside. That happens as you're in college and you're transitioning out of college. People move, people do different things, change life paths or whatever, and that just, people just fall off. So natural thing, people fall off like an eyelash, you know what I'm saying? Kind of how college was. Getting out of college and kind of setting those roots on, okay, this is where I'm living, these are my friends, these are the places I like to go. And you have certain friends that you do certain things with, and then as time goes on, you start to see the differences between you two. Whether it's someone's fault, your fault, you weren't being a good friend, they weren't being a good friend. I think it's so important to remember that with the loss of anything, you always gain something. You always gain a new perspective. You always gain an experience. You always gain, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is how I can improve. This is how I can move better in the future. I think a lot of times we try to blame ourselves for what happened or what didn't even happen. Specifically me, I found myself trying to rack my brain around, okay, why did this person not want to be my friend no more? Or why did we fall out? Or what could I have done to make this better? And sometimes the answer is no answer. Sorry to let you know that, but like I had to learn the hard way that everything doesn't have a solution. Everything doesn't have a reasoning behind it. Everything doesn't get an answer. So the questions that you may have right now, probably some of the questions that you will never get answered. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to think like, hey, I may never know why me and this person aren't friends anymore, or me and this guy didn't work out anymore, or why I can't talk to this person anymore every time I see them out. Like you may never get those answers. But the good news is that you still have yourself. You have your sense of who you are, or you can gain a new sense of who you are with this person gone. I think that losing people or losing things is a great time to start self-reflecting. It's a time where you can say, okay, this is what I want for my life. These are the boundaries I'm setting around it. These are the type of people I want to include in my life. I talked about this in my grown woman era video. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that first, or finish watching this and then come back to this. But you have to figure out what type of life you want to live, what type of people you want around, and what type of friends you want in your life. And this may be one of those times where you need to reflect and say, okay, this person isn't in my life anymore. How can we make sure that the people in my life currently, or the people that are continuing to come into my life, meet my boundaries or meet my standards, that we can all be aligned? There's a YouTuber named RC Blakes that I really truly love his channel. Like he honestly pulled me out of a toxic headspace a few years ago, and I recommend, if you haven't watched his channel, please watch his channel. It's so good. He talked about this in one of his videos where he said, I wrote this down because I did not want to butcher this or mess this up. He said, relationships are a mirror of your internal condition. And it stuck with me because I was like, for real, like relationships, friendships, any type of ship, any type of platonic relationship or even intimate relationship is a reflection of who you are in your mind. So if you're lackadaisical in your everyday life, you're kind of just go with the flow, you kind of just don't care what happens, you're along for the ride, your friends are probably going to be the same. If you're someone that's all about your business or really career focused or career driven and really want to be successful, most of your friends are going to reflect that. That's where you are mentally. I realized that in my past friendships or any friends that I'm no longer friends with, there was a period where there was a disconnect. And when I say disconnect, there was a disconnect in the conversations that we were having. There was a disconnect in the places that we would frequent. There's a disconnect in the type of guys that we would go for. There was a disconnect in what we are doing in our everyday life. You will start to see that there's a disconnect in the type of friends that you're not supposed to be around, because where you are mentally should almost align. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have friends that are entrepreneurs, or you can't have friends that might work at a retail store, something that's different from what you have going on. But I am saying is the type of mindset will be completely different, and you'll start to feel like there's a language barrier between you and your friend. What I've learned is that a lot of times you won't even have to remove yourself from the situation. They won't even have to remove themselves from the situation. The situation itself will remove itself. And what I mean by that is there will be something type of friction. There will be some type of reason or problem that will happen out of thin air that will cause the friendship to dissolve. You might not even know the answer. You might not even understand what's going on, but you should have comfort in knowing that whatever is supposed to happen is happening. And it may not be your fault. It may not be their fault. It may not be anyone's fault. However, God has a way of doing things for you if you don't do it for yourself. If you can't get rid of that person, he might just get rid of the whole situation altogether. I know some of us have friends from middle school, elementary school, preschool, high school that we feel like we cannot get rid of because they've just been our friends for so long. But as you move into new chapters in your life, new goals, unfortunately, you cannot take everyone with you. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you cannot. It's been proven time and time again, as you see, like even celebrities, like you see celebrities out with their besties or their best friends, and 2-5 years later, they're not with them anymore. You were so sure that they were going to be friends forever. Same with you. You were so sure that you guys were going to be friends forever. It doesn't work like that all the time. Now, if you find a forever friend, hold on to them. But also, you have to remember that you haven't met all the people that you were supposed to meet. And that's just that. Like, I'm 26, about to be 27, and I'm still meeting new friends. But I think as you age, you do gain a level of discernment that when you're meeting new friends, you can kind of validate them and make sure, like, okay, is this someone who has the same mindset as me? Do we like doing the same things? Is there a common interest here? Do we align? I think that's so important when you are meeting new friends, and just making sure that you are fact checking them. And I was watching this podcast and they talked about relationships and friendships, and they said that you should treat, and I'm reading down in my phone, you should treat your relationships like cashiers treat a $100 bill. You hold it up to the light and you make sure it's real or not before you put it in your register and tender it to the next person. I think that was so real, because think about it. Like, cashiers don't know you, and even if they do know you, if you give them a $100 bill, sometimes even a 20, they're gonna check it. They're gonna either mark it to make sure it's real, or they're gonna hold it up to the light to see if they see president's head in the watermark. And if not, they're gonna give it back to you like, here you go. This isn't real. I don't need it. I don't want it. Give me some more cash. Give me some new friends that's real. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's so important to think about it like that. Like, we have to have a level of discernment when new people are coming into our lives, and realizing that, okay, we may have lost friends in the past. I give myself grace. I give those people grace. But we also have to move with a level of discernment when we're bringing in new people. Like, okay, what you got? Show me what you got. But to wrap this up, I do want to say my heart goes out to you if you clicked on this video and you are going through a friendship breakup, a relationship breakup, or just mourning a friendship. My heart goes out to you. And I want you to know that it isn't the end of the world, and you are still special. You are important. You are loved. And don't let this one bad experience or other bad experiences shy you away from being in friendship with people and meeting new friends. Having a friend and having real good, loyal, trustworthy, down to earth, down to ride or die friends is unmatched, and you just gain so much by having good friends. So please, please, please don't let one bad experience taint you. And I'm wishing you all the best, but love. And I hope this video helped. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Make sure you share with a friend, or share with a friend that you're thinking about being a friend with. If you haven't already, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all my socials, to kind of keep up with new uploads on this channel. Thank you all for watching. Have a great one. Bye.